Ladies and gentlemen, the latest Arknights CN event titled Path of Life is the first Arknights side story that is set in a year and is released alongside the anticipated Bloodborne Daddy to be playable with a legendary JPVA 2. So, knowing Ulpianus as one of the most awaited characters, how does his kit in the game work? And is he worth the wait for us global dwellers? Well, let's see what he can do first. Ulpianus is our second 6-star Crusher guard after Hodera, and is a new addition to the Abyssal Hunter team. Before Hodera became playable, this was quite an unpopular guard archetype, since they have 0 defensive stats, and are thus very fragile. But to compensate for that, they have ginormous HP and attack that oftentimes make them a suitable choice to tank arts and true damage, or something that can easily reduce a unit's defensive stats, like corrosion and burn element damage. On the offensive side, their attack plus their skills oftentimes can easily penetrate high defense targets, although the downside is that their attack is really slow. Ulpian also has those traits, but let's not forget, he is in Abyssal Hunter faction, the strongest team combination in the game. Hearing that, I think some of you can already guess how strong he can be with other hunters. And the best thing is, while getting other hunters might be difficult, you can still get Gladia for free, and the buff she gives is no small thing. But even without any other hunters, he's still pretty great. Moving on, let's see his talents. Ulpian's first talent already starts with giving him a way to heal himself. When he takes any kind of damage, including from environment, he will restore a flat amount of HP, with a bigger amount when his HP is below 50%. If the enemy has the right amount of damage and attack speed, this talent should keep him alive, and going to be an awesome self-sustainability. Then with his second talent, he will increase his max HP and attack every time he defeats an enemy, capped at 10 stacks. Considering his already big HP and attack, the addition of this talent is quite amazing. Not to mention half of the max HP bonus will be shared to other hunters. Next, let's see his skills. Ulpian has a very good skill set that seems to be inspired by his fellow hunters. Skill 1 is similar to Hookmaster first skill, where he will pull 2 enemies to his position while dealing a critical damage. It doesn't have the strongest pull force to pull larger targets, but can serve as a skill to continuously attack enemies from afar or behind another unit. Then his skill 2. This skill helps him turn into a more solid lane holder, giving him another block and stats buff with a number that is not joking around. His survivability is also further increased thanks to talent 1 effect boost, and the best thing is, this skill is permanent, but with the downside of having a big cost, so it will take a while to be active. Not a big problem in most content, but could be one if you really need this skill very early into the stage. Nevertheless, it's got to be one of the best permanent skills we have so far. Last but not least, his skill 3. Gain max HP and massive attack bonus. His first strike with this skill lets him throw his anchor, move to the target's position if they are on another tile, dealing critical damage, and stuns those targets for a good while. Then what follows is Ulpian unleashing hell towards the targets, with about more than 5k attacks thanks to this skill buff. And the teleportation not only helps him to reach an unreachable targets, but if the enemy he fight turns out to be too strong to beat in one skill usage, he can do a tactical retreat. Or maybe returns to his original tile in case an enemy about to pass. Not to mention this skill has a very good cycle, and the fact this skill can be manually deactivated makes timing easier than ever. Overall, with his abilities, Ulpian is a great unit to gacha in the future, especially if you have and use Abyssal Hunter's combo pretty often. And the fact he has an influential role in Arknights' story and an unmatched drip makes him even harder to pass. It's a shame his debut is right after Logos and Walter, another banner filled with important story characters, and also very useful on their own. So savior or undum, we got a marine biologist named Jotaro Tagacha. That should be all. Adios.